In this video, my goal is to help you figure out how you can actually stay consistent on your habits, on your goals, whatever it might be. Now, am I perfect at staying consistent on everything? Of course not. Nobody's perfect. I'm making videos about self-improvement because I'm improving as well, and I'm trying to share what I learned on my self-improvement journey in the hopes of helping you with your self-improvement journey. So, I'm not consistent with everything, but there are a few things that I've been very consistent on, and I think that's what I'm going to kind of go off of how I think we can stay consistent with certain things. So, for example, this channel that you're watching right now, and by the way, if you're new here, my name's Andrew Lapa. I'm almost 18 years old actually now, just into self-improvement, and on this channel I share what I'm learning to try to help other people in self-improvement. But anyway, this channel, I've been very consistent with this channel. Whether or not, it's been growing as much as I would like it to or not, whatever. The amount of videos that I've been putting out has been very consistent. Even if I change it here and there, it's usually pretty consistent over a long time, like lots of weeks, right? So right now I'm currently doing a short every single day, and I'm doing a long form video on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I've been doing that for a pretty long time. Before that, I would do a video on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and way before that, this is like years ago now, I would just do a video every Wednesday. Either way, it's pretty consistent. Right now, I'm filming this on Monday, and I'm going to get it out on Monday because I want to stay consistent with it. So, if you want to become more consistent with a habit, then the very first step, I would say, is to honestly just make a habit tracker. I know it sounds like it won't help that much, but just have something where you can see your progress. You can see the days ahead of you, and every time you check the box, you just get a little bit of a dopamine boost. Like, I did it this day, right? I stayed consistent. And at the same time, when you break the chain, you're like, I don't want to do that again. So tomorrow, I'm going to get back on track. I'm going to lock back in. So I think a habit tracker really can be helpful. And I suggest you make a physical one. I know a lot of people like things digitally now, and I do too, but just make a paper habit tracker. It's just better. Or have both. Actually, the best is probably both, because you're on your phone all the time. So maybe get an app, get a habit tracking app, and you can have your habits on there. So every time you're on your phone, you can be like, oh, I should just go check off this habit. But then also have a physical habit tracker, because I feel like you just get more enjoyment out of checking off a box or whatever you decide to do. For me, I color it in green if I did the habit, right? So that's the very first step, in my opinion, is just a habit tracker. Now, to go a little deeper than that, though, I think something that's very important is you need a purpose behind the habit. You don't need to enjoy doing the habit. You don't need to be happy doing the habit. Usually, when you do good habits, or when you're trying to stay consistent with good habits in self-improvement, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to enjoy them, right? You just know that you're slowly becoming a better person if you do these things, right? So, for example, one of my habits is read 15 minutes or more each day. Do I enjoy that? Not really. I don't actually like reading that much. I kind of enjoyed it the most in 2024. I listened to a lot of audiobooks, and it's just been slowly slowing down. And I really just don't like reading that much, but I still know it's useful, and that's why I have that habit. And yeah, I still need a purpose behind it. And so the purpose for reading is because, many things. One of the things could be, I'm trying to continue to improve myself. And how can I improve myself if I don't learn from other people who have improved on whatever I'm trying to improve on, right? And also these videos. I want to have more ideas to make more videos. I need to keep improving so that I can keep making these videos, because if I wasn't improving myself, how could I be talking about self-improvement, right? So you can see how that habit, just the simple habit of reading 50 minutes a day, I don't necessarily enjoy it, but it actually has many deeper purposes behind it, and that's why I can keep doing it. Now, I'm not 100% consistent. Every single one of my habit trackers each month, there's a lot of green, but there's also a lot of orange, which is just the other color I use if I don't do the habit. So, yeah, you'll have plenty of days that you don't do a habit, that you miss the habit, or you just really don't want to do it, and you're lazy and you don't do it. But definitely something that will get up the amount of days, that will raise the amount of days that you achieve the habit, is having a deeper purpose behind it. So, yeah, don't just set habits because you think that they'll help you. Make sure they are actually helping you. Make sure you have that deeper purpose behind it, especially if it's something you don't enjoy doing. And if you do enjoy doing something, a certain habit, then that's great. It will be likely that you can make that into a habit a lot easier than if you're trying to do something you don't enjoy, but it will improve you. But then, that's a whole nother topic. Maybe you don't need that on your habit tracker because you kind of can already make that into a habit because you enjoy it. But yeah, so number one, make a physical habit tracker, or get an app that you can put your habits on. You need your habits somewhere, obviously. It can't just be in your head like, oh, I need to do these every single day, because you want to be able to see your progress. And then number two, second, have a deeper purpose behind your habits. And then I guess the third point after all those is do the hard work even when you don't feel like it. That's what Hamza says at the end of all of his videos, or I think he used to, or I don't know if he still does, whatever. But it's true. You just have to be disciplined, honestly. Certain days it's going to be easier, certain days it'll be harder. And I'd love to sit here and be like, these are the exact things you need to do, when you don't feel like doing your habits and it's kind of a harder day. But at the end of the day, everyone's different. There's no one size fits all thing that works for everyone, except for just being disciplined and doing it. Sometimes you just have to do it, no matter how bad of a day you're having, no matter how much you don't want to do it. Just force yourself to do it. So sometimes, I will be going to bed and I'm tired, but I forgot to do the habit of, let's say, the reading, 50 minutes of reading or listen to an audiobook. I really want to go to bed, I'm tired. I could easily just fall asleep. Actually, I don't really fall asleep that quickly, but you get the point. But usually I don't, because at that point, I don't enjoy the habit. I I know there's the purpose behind it, but it's hard to remember the purpose when you're just tired and you really don't want to do it. So at that point, it's really just, all right, I'm into self-improvement and I'm trying to actually improve myself. I don't care. I just have to do this. And I know tomorrow morning I'm going to look at the fact that I did it and I'll be happy that I did it, right? So with that being said, those are the 3 steps of staying consistent on your habits. Number 1, write down your habits, have a habit tracker. Number 2, make sure your habits have a deeper purpose behind them, a deeper meaning, so that you actually realize that they're useful and want to keep doing them, even if you don't necessarily enjoy them. And then number 3, just be disciplined and do the hard work, even when you don't feel like it. So, yeah. I guess a 4th step for this would be to have accountability partners that's always helpful, or at least surround yourself with people who are into this type of stuff, right? Because then you can tell like your friends who also are trying to stay consistent with their habits. You can tell them like, hey, I'm trying to read 50 minutes every single day. Uh, yeah, that's gonna be my habit for this month. And every once in a while, they'll check in like, hey, have you been doing that? And you're gonna either say no or yes, right? And yeah, I guess if you want to surround yourself with some of those people, if you want to meet some people who are actively into self-improvement, then I highly recommend you check out Improvement Club, which is a accountability focused self-improvement community that I've been building. I'm still building, or like technically it's built, but it's always improving. I mean, the community itself is in self-improvement. That didn't even make sense. Whatever. Either way, we already have a few members in there, including me, and we're all into self improvement. We come together on weekly group calls. So, like, I don't know if you're into self improvement, and like you would know how much that helps. It's really nice. Actually, if you're into anything, right? It's always nice when you know people who are into the same things, because then you don't feel crazy, or you don't feel crazy for, sending a picture of a $18 million house and saying, hey, this house was just sold because it was removed from my favorites. Um, that was a very specific example, because that's something I texted my friends today, so I just thought of that. But it's things like that, right? That's why you need to hang around similar people, and that's exactly why I created Improvement Club. So yeah, weekly group calls, of course, plenty of areas where you can chat with other members. Um, you even can have one-to-one access with me if you want, if you have specific questions on self-improvement, or if you really want me to guide you through something. For example, you have a habit that you want to build. And yes, you watch this video, but you'd rather actually just talk to me in person, like face to face online, right? And ask me questions and stuff. You can do that completely free, like it's included with Improvement Club. And yeah, I really am trying to put as much value as I possibly can. And as I keep improving, as I keep learning more about self improvement and figuring out things, the value of this community just keeps going up. I even started making courses. There's already one course in there, and I'm planning to make two more by the end of this year. Um, so basically, you have 24/7 access to a library of courses on how to do a bunch of stuff in self improvement, and you also have access to me to ask me questions privately if you want. Weekly group calls, a bunch of other people all around the world who are actually into self improvement. Uh, and yeah, I should probably not make this into a video of where I'm trying to sell you Improvement Club. I hope it doesn't sound like that. I'm just very passionate about this community that I built, and I think that it can be very valuable if you are the right person. And yeah, the link is the top link in the description. And also, if you aren't ready for something like that, that's fine. Whatever, it's your choice. And I do have a free Discord community. If you're interested, I would love to meet you in there as well. We don't have face-to-face calls, but we can talk about your goals. You can DM me about whatever if you want. And yeah, with that being said, I hope this video was valuable to you. I hope you take action from it and actually lock in on your habits and try to stay more consistent with them. And as always, you're capable. Keep improving. Last note, I know I've already, talked about Improvement Club. I already talked about my free Discord server. But if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. And sometimes it feels like YouTube is like knowing that I'm trying to do this, and so it's like hiding my videos because I haven't been getting as many subscribers. But I can't complain. Thank you for whoever's already subscribed. It means a lot. And subscribe if you haven't already. But anyway, I'll see you in the next one.